Hi everyone, welcome to our J1 Hospitality Program training where we make dreamers become achievers. In today's presentation, I am very excited to share this with you because I know that you will be learning a lot and I know that I can help you to make your dreams become reality. In today's video, we will be talking about what J1 program really is and we will set the right expectation. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Rio. I help J1 interns ace their interviews and live the American dream. Since this training could be until up to 1 hour, you can feel free to take a picture and post it on your Instagram story. And don't forget to tag me at rioworldwide.co so I can repost your stories. But anyway, this is not really about me, this is about you. I believe you are here today because maybe you are a current student or just recently graduated. Maybe you are currently studying and want to have your internship here in the United States, just like what I did when I was still studying. Or maybe you're a recent graduate and wants to have a competitive experience because as we all know, especially in the Philippines, if you don't have any work experience, the first time that you work in the hotel, you will be in a contractual thing where they don't really pay you with benefits and you are only getting minimum wage, which is not enough to pay for your bills or just to get through with your daily basis life. And also maybe you've seen how this program gave so much opportunities to your friends and want to experience the same success but don't know where to start. Or maybe you are nervous with your job interview and don't know how to pass the visa interview. That's why maybe you are here in this training program. Or maybe if you are someone who is, hospitality professional now, meaning you graduated more than a year ago and work in hotel, restaurant, bakery, or cruise ship, or maybe travel agencies or airlines. Maybe you're a flight attendant, okay? So you are ready to take a management position and get new skills. That's why you are interested in the program. Maybe you've heard this program before but have no idea how much will it cost, the documents you will need, and how it works. Or maybe you know how to get started but doesn't have enough confidence to take the plunge. And this is one of the things that I will help you with today. Also, maybe you didn't graduated with hospitality degree, maybe it's in you are in the business industry but you have at least 5 years work of experience in the hospitality, then yes, you are still qualified to enroll in the hospitality program for J1. And maybe you also want to learn new skills, meet different cultures, looking for new environment, and create new identity for yourself. This is also, right for you if you are ready to level up, learn the American business culture, and open your own business in your home country. That's why in today's training, regardless of which group you identify with, it's clear to me that you are interested in the J1 program. You want to find the right agency. You want to enhance your skills. You need to help get in the right mindset and gain confidence so you can ace your job interviews and excel in your visa interview. Also, I believe you want to experience the American culture. And if you've never been to the United States before, then you will need guidance. That's why in today's training, I want to tell you that if you are sick, of talking to different agencies where the person just talk about how great their company is and delivers no actual value, then you are in the right place because this is not that. This training will fully, give you a lot of information. So what you will learn today, what is the J1 program? What to expect in the program, step-by-step process of the J1 program, mistakes every new J1 intern makes so you can avoid them, and why students fail in the visa interview. Also, we will share with you our framework to a successful program and the coaching and program fees that you can expect to pay in this program. So for today, this is the only time that I will be talking about myself because I may be, a complete stranger to you and maybe you just found me here on YouTube or maybe through email or from your friend's referral. Okay, so I wanted to introduce myself personally to you so we're not completely stranger. My name is Rio Barlis. I graduated through tourism management in Forester University in Manila. I also did this J1 program twice. I have experienced this myself. I did the work and travel and the 1-year internship. And both of those internship, I received Employee of the Month. So I am a 2-time award-winning J1 intern. I started my company, which is Rio Worldwide, last October 2019. And right now, I am a content creator, J1 program specialist, and studying real estate as well. So I am really passionate about helping other people. But why am I so passionate in, specifically focusing on J1 program? Why do I just not stay in the real estate, or maybe just focus in the hotel? Why do I still want to teach you this, everything that I have experienced and know? It is because I know how overwhelming it can be moving away from your family to live in a different part of the world. I've been through the process not once but twice. I know all the struggles that a J1 intern faces, from choosing the right agency to finding your housing and becoming accustomed to American culture. If you are new here to my channel, I just want to share a little background. That's why I started my YouTube channel. It is really because of my bad experiences from my two former agencies. And, having those bad experiences, it led me to new experiences and new knowledge that I can avoid this. If I will do this J1 program again, I know how to avoid these red flags anymore. And this is why I started my YouTube channel. But I guess starting a YouTube channel is not just enough, because after I've been, building my YouTube channel, my viewers will ask me, okay, Ria, what agency will you recommend to us? And at the back of my mind, hold on, what agency can I recommend? Because both of my employers, I have a bad experience and I don't want you to experience it. That's why I am so passionate to really find the right agency that can help you have a successful program and also set the right expectation. This is why I started my company, Rio Worldwide, and partnered with one of the biggest agency here in the United States that can help you really with your J1 program. I want to help you today to make the transition less stressful by guiding you, setting the right expectation, and helping you live the American dream. So, who's been in the United States before? Comment down below. I really want to know if you've been to the United States before. Why? Because there's a lot of speculations, or maybe I would say opinions about what J1 program really is. But did you know that there are several categories of J1 visa? You can be an au pair, you can be a trainee, you can be a researcher or a physician. But the one that you are, interested in today, or the one that we will be talking about specifically today, is the J1 Cultural Exchange Visa Program, which allows foreign national to enter to the United States to participate in an internship or traineeship program for up to 12 months for hospitality program. So today, participants can expect to gain practical experience to help reinforce what you have learned in your school. This will also enhance your career throughout a structured training program and gain new skills. So what do I mean by structured training program? If you are interested in applying for example, front office, you want to be front desk. Well, you are not just going to be front desk the whole year. You will be rotated to different positions. You can be concierge, you can be a PBX or night audit. Okay, you will rotate in those different positions. So you'll have different work experience in each, and also different skills that you can learn, and that will really help you to have a competitive advantage. Especially, it's really nice when you are, come back to your home country and apply to hotel. It is so easy to it's easier, I would say. It's easier to apply for a new job because you really have a good and competitive experience here in the United States. Also, this J1 program will help you improve your knowledge of American business culture. So now that it is clear to us what a J1 program is, I just wanted also to make sure that you know what J1 program is not. This is not a travel visa. If your main goal is to travel and tour the United States, this is not the right visa. Okay, this is not a working visa, and this is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay, some agencies will promise you, oh, in 1 month you can earn 1 million pesos or $20,000, but it is not simply true, because each J1 interns has their own goals, has their own capabilities, and each person is always a case-to-case basis. And this is not an opportunity to stay in the United States illegally, okay? And also, most of all, I wanted to make it clear that this is J1 program is not all glamorous. Because why do I say this? A lot of the times when you have a friend who's been to the United States before and did this J1 program, what you see in their Facebook posts is most likely like this. Okay, they've been traveling to Las Vegas, taking pictures in New York, or having good times with their friends, or maybe just shopping every every day of that they have. Well, yes, this might be true because I experienced this personally, but also I wanted to set the right expectation that it's not all glamorous. Sometimes you don't, it is so busy, you get caught up at work and you don't have time to eat. You will be eating inside the kitchen. You will not always be looking like you are going to a red carpet. This J1 program is a whole another experience, and truly to me is really humbling. Okay, so what to expect in the program? First and foremost, working with different cultures. Now, this can be challenging, especially if you've never talked to them before, or if you've never experienced, or I have an idea of what their culture is. But it is an amazing experience and memorable experience for me, because you learn a lot from them, and also you get new knowledge, and a different perspective from a person that lives in a different part of the world. This children program will teach you how to be independent, especially if you've never been out of your parents' house, if you've never experienced being independent, and living alone and worrying about your own expenses and bills. Then this program will teach you all of this. This will also help you to better appreciate your parents' hard work, because when I was younger, I always ask things for my mom, and you get upset when they don't give it to you. But when you are the one who's earning your own money, and you'll realize, holy heck, mom, like, how the hell my mom budget this money, or her salary, when she have to pay the housing, when she have to pay the electricity, the water bill, the phone bill, the internet bill, my tuition fee, and still I still want to have the latest iPhone, and then my sister wants a new clothes, and then my brother needs this. You know what I mean? So this will really, really help you to better appreciate your parents' hard work. And this G1 program can be uncomfortable sometimes, but don't worry, because congratulations, you are experiencing growth. Especially if you're out of your comfort zone, it will really help you, to get to the next level of you. So I am very excited for you to experience this. This will help you improve your confidence, because you will meet a lot of new and successful people. If you are in front office, you might be checking in the owner of your hotel, okay, or the Marriott stockholders. If you are in a food and beverage service, in food and beverage department, or you are in culinary, you might be serving, personally, the Shaner company, Mr. Shaner, the owner, one of the owners of the Marriott hotels. Okay, so this is something that I am very excited for you, because I know the effects and the impact that happen to my colleagues and to me personally with this J1 program. This will help you save money for the future you, because like I said, this is not a get rich quick scheme, but this is a paid training program. Also, this will really have you, have a fun and memorable experience. Learn new skills, learn to dream bigger, and discover more about yourself that you'll never think that you can do, when you are in your home country. This J1 program is truly a life changing to every J1 who's been to the United States. Okay, so who has a preferred state here? Comment down below, what is your preferred state? Maybe do you love, being in New York, or are you the kind of person who wants to be near in your family? That's why you would rather go to Michigan, okay? Or maybe you love the tropical weather, so maybe your preferred state is Florida. Let me know in the comment section box below, because I am really intrigued on if you have a preferred state and what it is. Okay, so why did I ask this? Because choosing a state is very important. It depends really what your goal is, and what you want to accomplish after this JN program. But keep in mind that choosing a state is very important. Why? Because first, cost of living. If your main goal is to, not spend a lot of money, then I will not recommend California and New York, because yes, they might have the highest minimum wage for salary, but also at the same time, they have the highest taxes and cost of living here in America. So I don't believe that, if your main goal is to really save a lot of money, I don't think that that is the best state for you. But if you are someone who is looking for example, transportation, you want to have an access to public transportation as much as possible, then New York City is the best, because there's so much public transportation available in there. There's a difference between cities and state. I just want to make it clear, okay? Because not everything, when you say California, it's not every city are good. It doesn't mean that it looks like LA. every city in there. Okay, so if you really want to be more specific, search the specific city. Is there available public transportation in here? Because based from what I have experienced during my work and travel in Wisconsin, I am in the middle of the woods, and the only public transportation available is taxi, which costs an arm and leg, And some other J1s, to save money, what they did is to buy their own bicycle. But what if you are someone like me who doesn't know how to ride a bike? So you will be forced, paying a good amount of money just for your public transportation. So always keep this in mind. How about weather-wise? Okay, if you are someone who loves snow, then maybe Utah or New Jersey is perfect for you. But if you are someone who loves the tropical weather, if you are always cold like me, then I don't think states that snows, for half of the year is a right state for you, because this can also, even just as simple as weather, it can affect your productivity and your mental health. So this is something that you should also consider. How about culture wise? Do you want to be near in your favorite sports, or do you want to be near, in a church where you can still practice your religion? Okay, these are the things that really one of the big factors to consider when choosing a state, because you're not just going to be here in the United States for 2 months or 3 weeks. You're going to be spending 1 year of your life here in the US with your J1 program. So I want you to really have a good experience, okay? Because like what they said in the quotes, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Why? A lot of J1 interns have already messaged me, and I don't even know them, okay? This is the funny part. They will message me randomly and say that, Rio, can you help me transfer to another host company? And they will always say that they do not like their host company because they don't have this, they don't do this, and this, and this. And I'm like, wait, these are the things that you should research before you come over here to the United States. Why you didn't do your research? You know what I mean? That's why it's really applicable for here, that if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. I really want you guys to realize that in order to have a successful program, it will take a lot of effort from you, to do the research and plan your program well. Now, I want you guys to be familiar with the step-by-step process of the J1 program, because I know a lot of you have different goals and timeline that you wanted to achieve. Okay, maybe you are ready right now and you want to know what's the first step that you can take, or maybe you are not yet. You are still undecided and wants to wait 3 months more until after you graduated. Okay, that's why I want you guys to be familiar with the step-by-step process. So first and foremost, you will fill up an application through our website to double check that you are qualified, because we want really to help you. We just don't want to take your money. A lot of the times, agencies, this is disgusting that they are doing this, because they will still accept the students and take their money even though they know that you will not be qualified and you will get denied in the visa interview. That's why we are very strict with our online application, because we don't want to waste your money and your time. I know how valuable it is for you. That's why if you are not qualified, we will tell you and how you can be qualified in this program. If you are qualified already, then we will accept your application and take you to the next level. Submitting the registration documents. These are your TOR, your diploma. I also made a video about this, about all the things that you need to submit or the documents that you need to have when applying for a JN program. Just click here at the card, or I will also put it in the description box below. Next step will be Skype registration interview. I call this as the most important interview that you will have. You will be having an interview with one of our representatives in our agency, where they will ask you what are the things that you want to happen in your program. Want to choose a state? Do you want to be placed with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your group of friends? Okay, these are the things that we want to know what you are expecting to, so we know what we can deliver. And if, for example, it is not available, can you compromise to this? Is this okay to you? So we know how we can meet in the middle. And once after you close the deal, it is now time to pay the registration fee. This is the first time that you will be paying us. Okay, so you already know that you are not wasting any money, because we want us to agree first on meet in the middle on, like, okay, this is what I expected to get. Okay, I agree with what you say. Okay, so now I am comfortable in giving my money. Okay, so the fourth step is registration fee, and once we receive your registration fee, we will now start marketing your resume. So after that, you will have your host company interview. We give you two options to have two host companies interview from two different host companies from two different states, so you will still have an option, and you don't settle for less, or for what is just available. We want to give you an option and a choice. Okay, after that, once you pass your job interview, you will now have to pay your full program fee, and we will send the DS kit courier to your home country. So make sure when you give us your mailing address, that is the correct address, because that is all the documents that you need to book your visa appointment in the US Embassy. So after you book your appointment in the US Embassy, you will have to attend the interview and pass the visa interview. Once you pass the visa interview, you will now have to go through the orientation that is given by the Philippine government. Just take note that if you are not Filipino, you don't have to do this. You just have to skip this step. But if you are Filipino and located in the Philippines, you still need to attend the government seminar to get your CFO sticker in your passport. This is just an orientation, to tell you the things that you cannot bring, what are the things that you need to know, and stuff like that. And after you get your sticker, you can now book your flights to the United States. And I hope to see you here. Okay? Now, let's move on to frequently asked questions, because I know a lot of you might have questions at the back of your mind. So now, let's start with what is the difference between an intern and a trainee. Because if you've never heard about the train program before, intern and trainee, it can be confusing. So you will be called intern if you are still currently studying in your you are currently enrolled or studying in your university, or you just graduated within the past year. But if you have graduated more than a year ago, you will now be called as a trainee. Okay, and you will need a 1 year work of experience in the hospitality industry. Or maybe, for example, you are someone who graduated with business degree. Like I said before, you are passionate to hospitality. That's why all of your work experience is in the hospitality industry. You will also be considered as a trainee. Now, this is something that I am very, very proud of to share with you, because the hotel brands that you can train at are Hyatt, Regency, Hilton, Sheraton, Marriott, Westin, the Four Seasons, Intercontinental, W Hotel, Renaissance, and many more. It is guaranteed that you will only be given either 4-star, 5-star, or luxury hotel, just to make sure that you will really have a really great training here and a great experience here in the United States. Now, the next question is, okay, Rio, you said this is not a working visa and a get-rich-quick scheme, but you mentioned this is a training program. So will I be paid in this program? Yes. If you are in the front office department and culinary department, you can expect to get paid from $10 to $17 per hour. Okay? Now, you might be wondering, why is it $10 to $17 per hour? Like, you're not sure how much I'm gonna get paid? Well, it is because each state has different rules and regulation regarding wages. For example, California might have $13 minimum wage, but Florida has only $8 minimum wage. New York has higher, cost of living and higher salary, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so it depends what state you're gonna be in, okay? And also here you might be seeing on the screen that the average for food and beverage is $12 per hour. Well, Rio, that's tricky. What do you mean by average of $12 per hour? Because again, it depends what state you're gonna be in. And if you are in the food and beverage department, most likely you will be receiving tips. And if you are a tip employee, okay, you will not be receiving the minimum wage on that state. It will be less than that. Why? Because you are receiving tips on top of that. So for example, if you are a server in Pennsylvania, okay, you will be earning $2 and some cents plus tips on top of that. If you are a server in Florida, you will be earning $5 and some cents per hour plus tips on top of that. Or if you are in California, you will be receiving $12 per hour and tips on top of that. So you might be wondering, well, oh my God, the per hour on food and beverage is so low. I don't think that, that will be enough for me. No, I'm telling you, if you are a tip employee, you're going to be earning more money, especially if you can offer a great service and you go above and beyond your guests. Your guests will always takes care of you. Okay, and if you are supervisors, you can expect to earn more. Okay, so what positions are available? If you are in a front end beverage department, you can be a server, a host, and banquets and events. In front office department, you can be front desk, concierge, reservations, at your service, or night audit. Or if you are in culinary, All levels are available. Now, Rio, is this training full time? Yes, it is full time. Your company is required to provide you 32 hours or greater per week. You can also expect to receive a time and a half for any overtime work. Meaning, if you exceed 40 hours in a week on your 41 hours, that is already an overtime pay. Okay, can I work a second job? No, like I said, this is not a working visa, but if you want to, have more income, then just ask for extra hours from your boss. Now, does the hotel provide accommodation? Rio, I don't know anyone in there. I don't know what, to expect. Is there going to be accommodation for me? Well, the answer is yes and no. It really depends on who your host company is, because some host companies provide you accommodation and then you just pay them, or there are also some host companies that doesn't provide you accommodation and you have to find it on your own. That's why we recommend to utilize the time before you arrive to research your accommodations options online. But if you will enroll in our coaching and mentorship program, this is something that we help you as well. And by the way, your host company, for example, they don't offer you accommodation, they will give you up to 2 weeks free stay in their hotel, to use that time to find housing near in your host company. Now, if you are from Philippines, your question might be, the CFO has still an active moratorium? Yes, and it will be lifted by May 25, 2021. As you can see from the previous what do you call this previous slides that we have discussed, that that is the second to the last step of your J1 program. And currently right now, the US Embassy in the Philippines are already accepting applicants for J1 visa program. That's why you can apply now and start your application, and then just wait until May to get your CFO sticker. But this is only a recommendation. I am not forcing you guys to do this. If you want to get ahead and be here, right at June 2021, have your program start dates, then I highly suggest to apply now. But if you are someone who wants to be more secure, then you can also wait until the moratorium has been lifted. Now, this is one of the most famous questions that I get from J1 interns, like, okay, Rio, I'll be spending, this amount of money as an investment to myself in the J1 program. Will I get this investment back? Yes, and more of that. A lot of the times I have explained the salary of a J1 interns. If you guys are interested, you can click it here in the card, or you can also check the description box below, so you'll know, how much is the cost of living from each different states, and also you'll get an idea of how much a J1 really earns during the program. Okay, so now I want you guys to know the mistakes that every new J1 intern makes. First and foremost, they don't want to do the work. Okay, they don't want to do the research. They just want to take the easy route. There's nothing wrong of taking the easy route, as long as you verified what you are, going to do, or you know what to expect in the program. But if you've never experienced this before, I highly suggest to do your research, because if you don't do your research, then you will be, applying to the wrong agency. And if you apply to the wrong agency, they will not teach you the right expectation. Okay, what are the things that you need to do? Then now, when you are in the, during your interviews, you will be unprepared, because no one teach you, what are the things that they will ask you during the interviews. And now you will have a negative mindset, okay, or no confidence at all when you face your job interviewer or the consul in the US Embassy. That's why this is the recipe for disaster, and I highly suggest that always avoid this. Okay, always do the work, find the right agency, and always be prepared. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the few mistakes that why students fail in the visa interview, because each student is a case-to-case basis. Okay, you will never be the same with other students. Okay, so now I want you guys to let you know that one of the things that is most common, is misrepresenting facts or lying during the interview. Just as simple as, do you have family in the United States? Some students will lie about this because they think they're gonna fail. Well, you will fail if you lie, okay? But if you are honest, it will not affect your application. Remember that the consul already knows the answer of what they ask you. They just want to hear from you if you will tell the truth or if you will lie, okay? Next is, like I said, if you are in a bad agency, a lot of the times you will be like, oh, you don't even know that why this program is really cheap without knowing that they don't offer you appropriate insurance. Okay, one of the requirements in the J1 visa program is for you to have your health insurance before you even come over here in the United States. Okay, that's why people fail in the visa interview, because they don't have health insurance. Next is broad answer. A lot of times consul will ask you, why do you need this internship? Why do you want to go to the United States? And most of the students will say, because I want to learn new skills. But what skills do you want to learn? The consul doesn't have an hour to ask you to be specific with your answer. Okay, so when you answer them, always give them a specific answer. And this is also one of the things that we teach in our coaching and mentorship program. Next is lack of purpose. If you are someone who has already at least 3 years work of experience, or maybe have 5 years work of experience in the hospitality industry, your consul might ask you, okay, Rio, I've seen that you have this work experience. Why do you still need this J1 program? If you don't have a purpose on how you can use this training in your future career, then the consul will think that, oh, she just wants to do this to overstay in the United States or to visit America, not really to, learn and train in the USA. That's why I really, really suggest that to have a purpose when you are in your visa interview and how you can use this J1 program in your future career. And next is, even though they are in the right agency, they have researched and studied their J1 program, but if you have a fear of failure or lacking of confidence, a lot of the times you will have negative mindset and start stacking those bad thoughts that, oh my god, what if I fail? What if I don't ace this interview? Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my money. And I don't want you guys to keep feeling those things, because that's the worst things to feel. That's why I wanted to introduce to you to our J1 Success Secret program, where we do a 6 live group coaching sessions. We will do a goal setting, finding clarity towards your goals, because just like a GPS, you need a starting point. You know that your end goal is to be here in the United States, okay? But you know how can you take the next step if you don't know where you are right now? That's why we are doing this first live coaching session for goal setting. Second is evaluation. We will eliminate those fears and create new identity. Okay, we will do career and how to gain confidence and ace your job interview. We will also do another evaluation, where you are right now and where you are going. And we will also do a mock visa interview, the best way to answer the consult and ace your visa interview. And next is the future view. We will give you American culture orientation. And if ever, for example, after your JN program, you want to switch to a study program because maybe you fell in love with the United States, or maybe during your 1 year training program, you haven't explore the United States, you are just really focus on your training, and you feel like you still need like a month or two to travel the United States, then we can also help you to apply for a tourist visa, just so you can explore the United States. Remember, the tourist visa will not allow you to work. Okay, just to put it out there, just for you, your own information. Next is new materials every other week. We will have a private Facebook group where we will give you all the things, all the materials that you need to discover your true self, your passion, your skills, your purpose, and eliminate things that don't serve your goals. Next is we have bonuses. Okay, we don't just stop from there, from your start of your program, because we want to help you from start until the end. We will give you a tax accountant referral to file your federal and state taxes. A lot of students will file as American resident or use the wrong software, or will file as American citizen, and that is a tax fraud. Okay, and you don't want to be committing fraud in the IRS, especially if your main goal is to be back here in the United States in the future, maybe visit the United States, or maybe study here, and you don't want a bad record. Okay, so we want to help you to file with the correct software to file your federal and state taxes. You will also gain an access to my Facebook group, Rio Worldwide, and my private community, which is only the students who will enroll in this program will have an access to my Facebook group, J1 Success Secrets. Also, you will receive a limited assistance on Instagram program in case you have any questions regarding your program. And also, you will receive my favorite material, my J1 Success Secrets ebook, The Ultimate Guide to a Successful J1 Program, which is very helpful for especially if this is your first time doing this program. Now, you might be wondering, okay, Rio, I I don't think that I trust you enough, and I don't think I have all of this information that I need. I need more information from you. Well, just because I really want this not to be focused on me, but if you want me to give you more information, I also want to share with you all the things that we are doing in our agency, okay? First is online processing. All of your application, wherever you are part in the world, you can apply to us because everything is online. You don't have to go back and forth to your agency and spend time and money, for transportation just to submit simple documents. With us, you can send everything online while you are taking care of your baby, or maybe you are at work and you just want to, simply ask questions, and because you forgot something, then you can do everything online. You can multitask. Next is we have fast and efficient services. If you apply with us, within 2 to 3 months, you can expect to arrive in the United States. But keep in mind that there's still pandemic right now, so maybe it can be extended as to 3 to 4 months. But that is more than enough to process your papers and help you, because we really have a fast and efficient services. Next is cheaper program fees. In my last program, I believe if you have watched my previous video, you guys know that I paid $6,000 for my work and travel, and I paid $7,000 for my 1 year internship. And this program that we're offering to you is half of that. Okay, we also don't have a contract bans where we will ask $20,000 check or the title of your house or your car just to make sure that you are going back to your home country, because first of all, that is not legal. Okay, next is you have the freedom to book your own flight. I just want to share a quick story that's why this is very important for me to share with you, because both of my agencies didn't give me the freedom to book my own flight. They're the one who booked my flight, which means that it is more expensive. And at the back of my mind during that time, I'm like, okay, I'm okay with paying more money. It's because I don't have to do the work and I don't have to worry about it. But what happened is my last internship, when I received, for example, my visa today from the US Embassy, my employer wants me to fly to the United States the next day at 4 a.m. It's not even, 24 hours. I only have 12 hours to prepare. And my mom that time is pregnant. And if you are familiar in the malls in Quezon City, she was at SM Cubao and I was at Gateway, just to trying to find buy things that I will be needing in my internship program. So it was a complete disaster. I was so unprepared and was not ready, and I was even pleasing her, asking for a favor if she can move it just a day later, and she was so strict and not accommodating at all. This is why I don't want you guys to experience this, okay? And one of the things, the pros having to book your own flight is, for example, you want to get the first class or you want to get the cheapest one. You have the freedom to choose whatever you want, okay? And what I paid from my flight ticket before is $1,200. When I asked my friends who booked their own flight, they only paid $600, $700, $800. You can already use those money that you have saved to, as your own pocket money. That's why it is this very important. Next is we don't ask for your medical examination. This will save you time to find your doctor and save you money to pay for extra fees, for what the doctor is charging you for. Next is we give you options. Like I said, I didn't have the options before. That's why when I partnered with an agency, I want someone that they can give options to J1 intern. So you have option 1, which is specific location placement. You can choose the city that you would like to have internship here in the United States. Option 2, you have option to be placed with your friend, or for example, if you and your boyfriend wants to apply in the J1 program, then you can do this both at the same time in the same host company. But just keep in mind that option 1 and option 2 has an extra charge of $500. Okay, but well, you might be asking, Rio, I think that is a little too much. So what do you think, is the best way to do this? Well, it really depends on your goals, okay? So for me, I always look at something when I spend money as an investment. Is this an asset or is this a liability? Because, for example, If it was me, I will choose option one, specific location placement. Why? Because based from my experience, you will have more busy season in a state that has tropical weather than a state that always snows. So for example, I'd rather pay extra $500 to be in Florida because I know that there will be more busy season and less low season, and unlike the New Jersey that will have more slow season than busy season. If you are working in the hospitality industry, you know that hotels has busy and slow season. Okay, and if there's more busy season, if you are in a more busy place, then you have the potential to you know save more money. Then if that is your goal, then specific location option one is really a good investment. You can turn that $500 investment to extra $10,000 in your whole experience. Now, if you don't want to spend any extra $500, then that's totally fine because we still have option three, where we give you two different host companies from two different states that you will still have the option to choose from, which one is better and suit your needs and your goals. Okay? And next is, this is something again that I really, really enjoy, is that you have you have free airport pickup upon arrival. When I first came here to the United States, I didn't know anyone and have no idea about how much a taxi cost. So when I arrived at Madison, I took the taxi to for 30 minutes to go to my host company. And the taxi driver charged me $200 at that time. I was thinking, well, I don't want to compare it to pesos because if that, in pesos, that is 10,000 pesos, and that is too much for a 30 minutes ride in a taxi. But I'm like, no, Rio, you're in America, things are really expensive here. So I assume that that is normal, but it really is not, okay? It is not normal. That is very expensive. And with our agency, we have partnerships with hotels that they will pick you up in airport, okay, without charge. And this is something that will not only save you more money again, but also will give your parents peace of mind because they know even if you arrive at 4 a.m. or at 10 p.m. in the airport, they know someone will be picking you up and they know who is that, who that person is. Next is we offer you free hotel accommodations for up to 2 weeks if you don't still find any accommodation once you arrive in the United States. Also, we offer you 24-hour support available for emergencies. This is something that not a lot of J1 interns realize, because if your agency is in your home country, you will the time that you will be, like, how do I say this? The time that you will be talking to them is only like 3 to 4 months, okay, while you are there processing your papers. But if you are here in the United States, you need their 1 year full support. But and especially if you experience challenging times here in the United States, you need to communicate to them. And a lot of the students will message me and say that, Rio, my agency from my home country is not messaging me, or this and that. Okay, this is why I am not really a big fan of agencies in your home country, because they don't really give you the full best service that you have paid them. Okay, that's why in this program, if you have any emergencies, we have a contact number for you to contact in case you have an emergency, and so we can help you as well. Next is your program fees includes 12 months health insurance coverage, covering the full duration of your stay here in the United States. So that is really, really good. And if, for example, this will now give you an idea on what to look for an agency, and this should be your standard, and you should not settle for less, because I settled for less before, and look, I have experienced, those red flags that I can foresee that is coming. So I don't want you guys to be in a bad agency and the wrong agency. So this is something that a really, really good offer, and I know that will help you to have a successful J1 program. So now, if you don't do anything, nothing is going to happen. Okay, I want you guys to realize the framework to a successful J1 program. I want you guys to have the confidence that, oh, okay, now that I know the step-by-step process, I know that Rio can help me with this. You find the right agency, you did your research. Okay, now it's time to have a growth mindset. Okay, I've learned in the program to have a growth mindset. Now it's to have confidence. And with all of this, okay, this is not just, oh, I have the confidence and the right agency, I will have a successful program. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, you need to have all of this. You need to do the research, the right agency, planning your program, growth mindset, and confidence to have a successful J1 program. We have tested this so many times to a lot of students 2 years ago, and we know what is missing and how it can help you to really ace your interviews and have a successful experience. Okay, so now before we end our presentation, I just want to let you guys know that we have a Refer a Friend affiliate program. So for every referral that you will successfully enroll, you will receive $50 commissions as many times as you like. For example, you have two friends that are interested in the GN program and they also applied in the GN program successfully, then you will be receiving $100 as commission. Okay, and now if you still have any questions, I wanted to ask first, are you willing to do whatever it takes to make your dream become reality? Let me know in the comment section box below if you still have any questions. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also you can message me on my Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube, or through my email. Send your resume. If you're interested in the GN program, feel free to send your resume so we can check if you qualify or not, or how you can qualify. If you still have any questions, please comment down below and I will be happy to assist you. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.